that's better. Oh, a good one. I got a big one. That's a good one. What is up, MFers? Me and Coleslaw about to go do some fall ripping today. Hey Cole, I think we should bring back MFer of the day. What do you think? Deal. All right, MF for the day is coming back right now. MF for the day is right there in the video. If you want to be the MF for the day, it's super difficult. You have to comment and be a subscriber. Anyway, we just did some bass fishing, and I think you guys are going to get something out of this video. We actually used a couple crankbaits, very unique crankbaits, to fish some grass. Two baits that I don't think there's many like it on the market, and then I know that there's not one on the market like this other guy because it's a little unreleased prototype guy. I'll show you that a little bit more as we get into the video, but it's going to change the way I think a lot of you grass fish because it's changed the way I have already. If you guys like this video, you excited to go catch some grass fish in the fall, hit the thumbs up right now. Coleslaw, let's go rip some. Nice hook set, dummy. Uh-oh, Coleslaw. We got a little grass clump right here, and we got a little 6 Sense bait that's coming out pretty soon. Look at that guy. Now we're talking. Dude, what happened when I set the hook there? I've seen Brian Thrift do that before, where he sets it and his rod like shoots over that way. I don't know. It wasn't the rod. It was definitely user error. But check out the bait that I caught this on. This isn't a giant fish. I lost a big one on the swank a second ago, but we'll get him back in just to start. But check out this new bait by 6 Sense. It's coming out soon. We're gonna call it the Axle. It's actually a swim jig with a pivoting hook, and the hook can't pivot side to side. A lot of the other ones in the market that are like a weedless swim jig have a hook that can go all over the place, or it's fixed. I've seen both methods. Well, this one, when a fish eats it, your hook point's not gonna get rolled over the side and miss the fish. There's only one way for it to go, and that's up. So it comes with the screw lock, it's got the head, and then it's a lot more weedless than your traditional swim jig, which obviously is one of my favorite baits to fish, is the swim jig. So a situation like this where the grass tops out like 1 to 3 feet below the surface, you can fish this right over the top. I got a little whale threaded on there for a little bit bigger profile. There's some giant fish in this lake, so I want a bigger profile. And this guy, a little bit of free movement when it comes over that grass. And then when the fish bites it, like I said again, it's not gonna roll over, it's not gonna stay fixed because the fixed ones have too small of a hook gap on a fixed bait. This one can swing up and catch those fish right in the top of the mouth, just like that one did. I think we're gonna get some more on that today too. Yahtzee. Yahtzee adjustments. It's just a baby though, that's okay. We're just getting started, Slaw. Like I said, little high grass spot, the fish are moving back in the fall. It's my favorite crankbait to throw over grass, not through it, over when there's a small gap, a couple feet, 3 feet above it. The movement. Time for a big flat, and they would spawn on it, and you couldn't see them because the water wasn't clean enough. But there was hydrilla and like scattered little dollar pads in it, and you could fish this right over the top of them. Oh, that's better. Jesus. I got a big one! Oh, that's addictive. Coleslaw. He's coming in. Freaking telling fish stories. That one about ripped me into the lake. Big old hydrilla bed right here that comes to a high spot at the mouth of a creek. It's a perfect little spot for him to pull up and feed on a little bait fish this morning. Just a 3-pounder, nothing crazy, but I had a big one pull off, and so we're kind of mixing up the water column between blasting through it with that swank, fishing over it with this guy, and then kind of slithering through it with that little swim jig, the Axle. Where the hell that went up there. Be better. That's a good fish though. That's a good one, little Axle fish. Pissed off, dude. Angry hydrilla fish. God dang. He's not big, he's just max. Oh, too. Hell yeah, brother. Not a giant one, but another fun guy. That one kind of came on the inside turn. There's wind blowing right into it. That's just a beautiful sight. I like that a lot, Cole. Oh, he's bigger than that. Hi, Mr. Schwank. Hillary. Old Mr. Hillary eater. Hey now. Where's the bags, Cole? I feel kind of bad about that. Decent fish. Dude, the Axel's been the deal today. I've caught him on the other two, but this one's getting the most bites by quite a bit. Definitely the biggest fish. Angry. Get in here, Chuck. You bet. Dirty little Axel eater. That's what I'm talking about. Best fish of the day so far. Well, 4 1/4 probably. A freaking hook pokes them every time, and I don't think I've caught a single piece of grass on this yet. It's a game changer because I'm throwing it in the thick stuff. Nice little fish. Deal. Well, there's still bait. I got one on. Freaking grass panda. That's daggum grass panda. Hey bud, you like the Axel? Call it the Rose. Dude, I'm still using the same whale swim bait too. That's a miracle. How cool is that? Deal. So, ooh, I did kind of tear him up that time. I think I've caught like 6 fish on it though. Still gonna work, still gonna work. Throwing this on a 7.7 heavy sensory rod, 7-1 gear ratio reel, 20-pound fluoro. I think it's perfect for it. This rod, I don't know, I'd say it's a pretty fast tip. It's definitely a longer, more powerful rod though. I want a more powerful rod for this bait than a traditional swim jig, probably. I haven't fished it enough to be positive, but in my head, that's what I'm thinking, especially combing a big old grass flat like this. I want to move as much line as I can on that initial hook set, so. Don't hate it, it's working. We've been ripping the whole video, basically. Still swim right whale? Yeah. Crushed it. Dang it. Right on the tip, too. That could have been a good one. Dude, took my whole cricket. Who does that? People without a tail. Cole, go sit in the car. That's bullshit. I just had to talk about how I hadn't gone through any whales for me to lose a whale, but this is basically what this bait looks like. It is gonna look like when it's released. It's not gonna be much longer though, so got the little rotating head. Just a twist lock keeper right in there. And it's super, super easy to rig. Just twist on a whale. I usually like a Divine swim bait for the regular swim jig because it's a more dense, stiffer material, and since that is a fixed hook, it will cause it to kick harder and that whole head will shake and the skirt will pulse. But I just think the whale looks better on this new Axel, gives it a longer, bulkier profile, not bulkier, more slender profile for sliding through the grass, which is when I'm going to throw this heavy grass. They're gonna get it. They do get it. One just got it. It doesn't get Scott. Where'd that guy go that ate my cricket? So you want another? Perfect. Cold beauty raincoat. Is that AFCO?
Yeah. No, this is Sims.
Sims.
Dog.
Cole, that's messed up, dude. I guess you could say bad things about people. I thought you only did that on your meme page though, not in real life, Cole. Don't tell anyone we're about to do this, but we just worked through this area a few times with him. The rows here, Axel rows, normal. We're gonna do something top secret and sneaky. I'm gonna take one of these guys. Let's do a gold guy. Little gold chuck blade. Hook on our little queen blade guy. And now we got ourselves a little chatter and Axel rose. I bet we can get another bite on this. Especially, it's got, conditions have kind of gotten poopy. It's gotten a lot windier. We got rain going. Time for him to eat something aggressive, making some more noise. Slaw in the rain! Oh, a good one. On the moving mint. Get him, Slaw. Get him, Slaw. Get him, Slaw. You bet. Ah, don't let it hit me. Damn, Cole. That's a good one.
He swiped at it about 3 times
Did
before
he?
He got it. Yeah.
Pop, pop, pop. Let me see that some bitch. Movement.
Movement.
That's a bait to throw right now in the freaking rain and wind and woo. Something aggressive. Yeah, like I was telling Cole earlier. Loud bait, loud color.
Got it in one of his nostrils.
God dang, he was trying to smell it, dude, the whole time. He didn't want to eat it.
You bet. 2.5.
It's badass. 2.5. Shut up, Cole.
Got one.
That might be, that's a good swirl, Cole.
It's in the grass.
Pull! Get his ass out, Cole.
It's a gar.
How in there is he?
Might have just lodged my crankbait in there. Don't feel anything. No, he's still on there. It's a gar.
It is a
I
gar.
was gonna say, it wasn't very
Jesus,
bassy.
Cole, you caught a dinosaur.
Yay!
New PB. Oh, God! Get away! It's got teeth! Okay, we didn't really get a chance to talk about it much on the water because it got real windy and really rainy.
It was pretty wainy out.
Pretty wainy out. Anyways, this was our little 3-prong approach that we used today. 3 badass baits that can cover water in a different manner than I think a lot of other ones on the market can. For the shallow grass, when you want to fish over the top of it, especially in conditions like we had today, I'm kind of surprised they didn't eat it better, but I've caught them better in the pre-spawn and the post-spawn, and I guess right around the spawn phase. Ultra wide wobble in the water. There's nothing like it. It only dives like 1 to 3 feet. And when you talk to some guys around the country, like, you know, Ike and Ellie, Swindle, the guys like that, they talk about this bait right here. People that aren't sponsored by 6 Sense have found out about this bait, and they're freaking throwing it. I'm breaking rods over here. And then this is a super unique bait. A lot of people don't understand what it is or why it's made like it is with that crazy L-shaped lip. Well, it rides super horizontal in the water column. It has a tight wiggle, a big knocker rattle, and then some smaller rattles too. So a couple different pitch noises, and it blasts through that grass, especially the hydrilla like we were fishing today. I mean, you rarely can get this thing hung in the grass. There's nothing quite like it. So when you need to get that reaction strike, get it bogged down, rip it really, really hard, and that's when they're gonna just freaking crush it. And then last but not least, I cannot wait for the Axel Rose to come out. I'm so jacked. This bait, I literally threw this like into topped out grass, hydrilla on the edges, threw some stuff that was 1 or 2 foot clumps, stuff like that. I didn't bring back any grass on this bait the entire day, and I hooked almost every fish that bit it as well. So just as good a hookup ratio, I thought, as a swim jig, yet even more weedless and a different profile, a longer, slimmer swimming profile, not a pulsy head, just a big wide wobble on the back of it, and this guy just slithers its way through grass. I think you can do a lot of different stuff with it too. You could probably fish like a buzzworm over the top of the grass. A lot of guys like to swim a worm. I mean, you could put a creature bait on the back of that and kind of pop it through the grass, because I think we're going to come out with at least a 3/8 and a half ounce size. Potentially a 3/4 ounce size as well, so you can fish some deep grass edges with those with a swim bait. Do all sorts of stuff with this guy right here, but very, very unique. very lifelike guy that we're just going to use in a lot of videos moving forward. But hope you guys like this video. If you want to see more grass fishing, shallow fishing, stuff like that, if that's your jam, let us know in the comments down below. And don't forget to comment anyways, because you want to be the MF for the day, right? Hit the subscribe button too. That way Cole will pick you. If he picks you and you're not a subscriber, you're SOL. Anyways, Coleslaw, we better get out of here and get prepping for the next ripping day. Deal?
Deal.
All right, catch you later, man. Peace.